in Manhattan, the city where stars and dreams are made. And speaking of stars, we're on the West Side Highway live today at the Javits Convention Center, hosting a welcome to the stars for the celebration of sports and pop culture. This is Fanatics Fest. We begin what's going to be a long road on its way to SummerSlam. We have some of the top stars in WWE here with us today, and there's a lot going on over the next couple of months as we make our way to MetLife Stadium. I have a co-host here with me today that some of you in New York might be familiar with. He's the host of WWE Evolve. He is from Hot 97 and, of course, ESPN New York. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Peter Rosenberg. Yeah, what's good?
Now, hold on. Before we set this off, New York City is home to the greatest wrestling fans on planet Earth, am I right? So we need to do it right for the host. Let's give it up for the GOAT, Michael Cole.
You know, we are so excited because the first ever two-night SummerSlam is going to be held just across the river at MetLife Stadium. Give me a J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. But seriously, SummerSlam is one of my favorite events of the year. I mean, I think back to 1992, Wembley Stadium in London, England. Of course, Bret Hart versus the British Bulldog.
Yeah, that is SummerSlam 92, one of the greatest moments ever in history. And of course, what about Madison Square Garden in 1999? The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Tables, ladders, and chairs at SummerSlam.
It is truly cool, one of the greatest events, and finally to have it here at MetLife Stadium for not one, but two nights, it's an absolute honor for the fans, the wrestling fans of this town.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our first guest tonight actually made history at SummerSlam back in 2004. And he has a massive matchup a week from today in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia at Night of Champions in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. Please welcome the WWE's Apex Predator.
Yes,
first talked about this in France last year at Backlash when all those fans were singing your song. Did you ever think at all in your career that you would actually have a response like this?
It took a while. As a matter of fact, I waited a very long time for it to happen, but it finally happened. And you guys, when I come out and I hear however many thousand people trying to sing along to my song, but when it gets to that chorus, oh my God, it makes my heart just pick up, skip a beat. I love you guys for it. Thank you. And that's not just bullshit. I really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, I mean that. I love you guys. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start your media Night of Champions starts at 1 o'clock here on the East Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock local time in Saudi Arabia. Randy is in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. Monday night on Raw, Jey Uso faces his buddy Cody Rhodes to determine who will face Randy Orton. So Randy, my question to you is, who would you rather face, Cody or Jey?
Question, Cole. Here's the thing. Cody's been doing his thing. He left, changed the entire industry for the better, in my opinion, and we all thank him for it. He's a brother. I've said this multiple times. I love him like a brother. But I also have said a few times in the past few weeks, I'll do whatever it takes to get to John Cena, beat John Cena. Number 15 around my waist. Now, Jey Uso, he's another guy, world champion. He's proved himself. He's an amazing talent. The energy you give him, the energy that he gives you, the heating, the music, the entrance, the charisma, everything about Jey just oozes talent, and it's a very hard question to answer, but if I gotta beat Jey or Cody, I'm gonna go ahead and call it Cody. I'd like to beat Cody.
All right, well then let me follow up with a similar question. Should you go on, Randy, and become King of the Ring, you could have another situation. It could be John Cena, or depending on what happens on Saturday, it could be CM Punk. Between those two.
I've been hearing y'all chant that name for the past 15 years, whether he was here or not. So, I gotta get in the ring with Punk at some point before it's all said and done. That's a damn fact. Yeah. But I promised the WWE Universe that I was going to remove John Cena's head from his shoulders. And that's what I got to do. Cena said he was going to ruin wrestling. He talked shit on my family. You can't do that. So the answer is John Cena. I want to kick John Cena's ass. I owe him one. I beat in St. Louis, my hometown, at Backlash. Until somebody came out and saved the day. We will not name names. But John Cena deserves an ass whooping from yours truly.
You have a winning record. You defeated names like The Undertaker, John Cena. You cashed in Money in the Bank at SummerSlam. And in 2004, you became the youngest world heavyweight champion in history. Is it to you to have this year's two-night event across the river at MetLife Stadium?
Well, first off, having SummerSlam in New York is just badass, no matter which way you want to chop it up. New York fans, y'all are the best, you know it. You know, interesting fun fact about Randy Orton's SummerSlam history is that I did win my very first World Championship at SummerSlam in 2004. And I went on to compete in 16 SummerSlams so far. That has me tied for the most SummerSlam matches in the history of the WWE, tied with the one and only Undertaker. So at SummerSlam will be my record-setting match. I'll tell you what. I see me leaving MetLife Stadium with gold around my waist, Cole, and I'm gonna fight John Cena. I'm gonna do it at MetLife. I'm gonna have all these beautiful New Yorkers there cheering.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Apex Predator